Hello everyone, it's Mr. Simmerly, the librarian at Woodland Elementary. Most of you probably know me because I had you last year in kindergarten, but if you're new to Woodland, welcome. I'm glad to have you here in our virtual library class. I hope that you're doing well. It's a little different reading to my phone and camera than it is to you guys who are usually sitting in front of me, but we'll make do with what we have for right now, and maybe sometime soon we can see each other in person. I want to read you a book that I always love to read to first graders, probably, on the first day that I see you. I think that it's hilarious, and because I really believe in first grade, that's when you develop that love for reading, and it's when you get to start reading really, really well. And you do a lot of reading in first grade, and this is a perfect book that goes along with that. And the name of the book is Miss Brooks Loves Books, and I Don't. And the author is Barbara Botner, and it's illustrated by Michael Emberley. And I hope you enjoy. Here we go. Miss Brooks is our librarian. She loves books a lot. She loves The Runaway Bunny and Babar and Where the Wild Things Are and The Very Hungry Caterpillar. I asked Miss Brooks why she dresses up for a reading circle. I want you to get as excited about books as I am, she says. I think Miss Brooks gets a little too excited, and I bet her costumes itch. Halloween means we each have to find a poem to share, but all the books with witches, ghosts, and goblins are checked out, and I don't like pumpkins. So I make up a Halloween poem of my own. Eek! A freak! The class looks at me funny, but Miss Brooks says, well, it's a start. All year long, Miss Brooks reads us books. Books about dragons and pilgrims and presidents. Books about love and leprechauns. Groundhogs even. It's vexing. Then in May, Miss Brooks tells us about something truly terrifying. Book Week. You each need to pick a favorite story to share with the class. I want you to wear a costume and tell us all about it. Really show us why you love it, she says. I'll never love a book the way you do, I tell Miss Brooks. Don't be so sure, she says. When I get home, I ask my mother if we can move to a new town. My mother says there's a librarian in every town. I ask if she wants to do my assignment for me. I've already been in first grade, says my mother. Now it's Book Week. Every single day of Book Week, kids share stories about trains and ferries and cowboys and dogs. Right here she said, and then the flower fairy flew out. Giddy up, yippee-yi-yo. So he just said, woof. When Miss Brooks asks what I think, I say, too flowery, or too furry, or too clickety, or too yippity. So Miss Brooks fills my bag with more books for me to read with my mom. But I don't like any of them. They're too kissy, too pink, and too silly, I tell my mother. You're as stubborn as a wart, she says. Warts? I want to read a story with warts, I shout. Warts! My mother finds a book called Shrek. Shrek has hairs on his nose, and he snorts. I love that. Can you read it again, I ask? And there she is, snort. I love this book. I have to practice the words over and over, but my mother helps. Then we make an ogre costume. I make a stick-on warts for the whole class. When I get to school the next day, I ask Miss Brooks to lend me a hand. When I say the word snort, the whole class snorts. I explain why a stubborn, smelly, snotty ogre searching for a revolting bride makes me laugh. Miss Brooks says she's glad I found a book to love. She says that even ogres like me can find something funny and fantastic and appalling in the library. And that is the slimy truth. The end. So Miss Brooks loves books and I don't. What I love about this book is that sometimes when we're growing up, and even as an adult, we think, well, I'm not interested in anything, so I'm just not going to read. Not going to read a book. But what is great about books is no matter what you like, there's a book written about it. And that's what this book is about. She didn't want to read books because she didn't necessarily like things that were pink and fluffy and had cars or whatever in it, but she sure did like gross stuff. And so she found the perfect book for her. And that's what you're going to learn to do. And I'll help you with that. And so will your teachers, to find that perfect book that fits for you. There's a book for all of us out there. So I hope you're doing well. Do me a favor. On the next slide over, there'll be a slide for you to be able to tell me exactly what you thought about Miss Brooks Loves Books and I Don't. And you can tell me anything in a span of 2 minutes. What'd you like about the book? What didn't you like about the book? What are you reading now? Are you reading with your parents? Are you reading with your grandparents or whoever you live with? Tell me about it. Tell me. Okay? Make sure you're reading 20 minutes every night. I hope that I get to see you soon. Make sure you're staying healthy. Go outside and play when you get that chance. Get in the sunlight when you get that chance. Make sure you're drinking tons of water. Tons of water. So you'll stay healthy. And hopefully soon we can see each other in person. I hope you're doing well. I will see you very soon. Mr. Simmerly, out.